Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. So today, let's take a look at the 2027 GMC Acadia. This is the Denali Ultimate. It's finished off in sterling metallic, and with options, MSRP is just over $66,000. So this is the top trim level, and it has quite a lot to offer for this three-row family SUV. So let's start off with what this is powered by, which is a 2.5 liter four-cylinder turbo. It is paired to an 8-speed automatic, and it pumps out 328 horsepower, 326 pound-feet of torque. It features a part-time all-wheel drive system. It'll do 0 to 60 in 6.5 seconds. And as far as MPG goes, you're looking at 20 in the city and 26 out on the highway. Now for this particular model, you'll notice the two-tone design for the GMC badge. There's also a forward camera, more two-tone for the grille, along with all of the cutouts there to provide additional cooling. You'll notice too a dark housing for all of the LEDs, which swoop nicely around the bodywork. Fog lights are in the lower section. There's also parking sensors, the sensor for Super Cruise, which is an option. Gloss black trim in that lower section with more cutouts, and then the hood indentations, which mimic some of the larger GMC trucks, but looks really nice for this front end. Now this also has the optional 22-inch wheels. You'll notice the body colored fender arches. The gloss black works its way along the lower side skirt there. There's also power folding side mirrors with the camera and a turn signal, and then some chrome accents on the side. You get brushed and gloss black accents for the roof racks, and then there's a full moonroof up top. Now, as we take a step back, like I said, this is a three-row SUV. It has really nice proportions to it, smooth lines flowing down the side, leading all the way to the back, where there's a camera for the digital rear view mirror, the third brake light and wiper blade. There's LEDs for the lighting, the backup camera, parking sensors, and then the quad tip dual exhaust. This is also capable of towing up to 5,000 pounds. You have the cover installed at the moment just to give it more of that seamless look. Now to gain access to the cargo space, you can use the control on the key fob or this button right here. And this also does have remote start, so you can use the key fob to activate that. Now with the third row currently up, you have a good bit of space. There's also some hidden storage under the floor. And then you do have an area you can place the cover. You'd have to have the third row down in order to do that. There's also some tie down hooks too. And then all the controls for the second and third row. Now the third row is automatic to go up and down. As you can tell, the captain's chair is in the way. So if I just hold on the left button, now we can fold that down and continue to fold this down the rest of the way. Second row is going to be manual to put back up. And then we can push the button and bring this third row back up. So very convenient if you are in that situation there. And then you have one control up top just to close the lift gate. Now if the vehicle does lock, you can lock and unlock it with all four door handles. And this is paired with a mahogany interior. You'll notice this intricate pattern on the back side, some brushed accents too, bows for the audio, storage in the lower section. And then with the captain's chairs here, you'll notice you have this control on the back of the seat, which is identical to this one here. You have recline and incline, you can move the seats forwards and backwards. But those two controls will allow you to push the seat out of the way, where you have 3 seats back here. Now at 5'10", it is a little bit tight. However, I do have about 2 inches of headroom, large cargo window, you have some cup holders and storage, Alcantara for the headliner, some vents as well, and then legroom is going to be a little bit tight. So I could ride around back here if I needed to, but it is mainly for smaller kids, of course. And then for the second row here, you have storage pockets. There's also cup holders, fan speed, temperature, heated seats, auxiliaries, and storage. You have adjustable armrests here and plenty of space. And then up front, this does have memory seating adjustments for your driver. There's also the easy entry and exit, window control, side mirror adjustments, trunk release, and then everything is identical to those back seats. Now there's Denali on the door sill, and then you have Ultimate on all 4 seats with the two-tone design. Now these are also massaging seats, and you have all those functions to go through. And then as we hop in, we have a leather trim steering wheel. This has Super Cruise, so there's that illumination. There's paddle shifters, volume and tuning, all of the cruise control adjustments. Right side there's voice commands, the heated steering wheel, and then you have a few different pages that you can go through here depending on the information that you would like to see. This also has an automatic steering wheel. And then there's the e-brake. You get different driving modes. So there's normal, sport, off-road, snow and ice, and then tow and haul. If you push on all-wheel drive, you can actually go between front-wheel drive or all-wheel drive, depending on what you need traction-wise. There's engine start-stop, dimmer switch for the gauges, one air vent. This also has a head-up display, and then a very large infotainment system. You have quite a lot of apps here that you can scroll through and get into. There's also a home screen where you can customize what you'd like to see. You can get into music, a shortcut to your map there. Still within the screen, you have different controls that you can quickly get into. You can even get into the headlights and then lane keeping assist, which you can turn on and off. Now this has heated and ventilated seats. There's where you'd like the air to go, and then a row of toggles for your fan speed, temperature, on and off. You have a few defrosters, there's volume, and then mute is right in the middle. Now there's also some wood trim which matches the seats nicely, wireless charging with storage and auxiliaries. You get cup holders, more storage down below. There's also plenty of storage in the armrest as well as in the glove box. This also has the digital rear view mirror with a few different settings that you can get into. OnStar controls, adjustments for the sunshade and sunroof. There's also a sunglass holder as well. And then a good bit of visibility for this vehicle. So you can see over both shoulders. And then last up, with the massaging seats, if you just push on that icon on the side, that is how you can get into it. And then you do have to use the rotary dial to further go into all these adjustments. It is not a touchscreen system, which is very interesting to see. So you do have to go through it this way, but nonetheless, you have those controls. This stalk here is also how you can put this into reverse and drive. So we can put it into reverse where you can bring up the forward angles as well. You have a hitch view that you can get into, different trailering ones, even going into full screen with the mirrors there. You can go into drive, and then you have about the same amount of angles here to look at. So quite a lot of visibility. So I have the vehicle in sport mode now, and we can activate the paddle shifters from second gear. Let's put it in all-wheel drive just because we're going around some turns here. But here we go from second gear. And it definitely has a good bit of get up and go to it for this 4-cylinder turbo. Paddle shifters are pretty responsive. This isn't a vehicle that you're necessarily doing driving like what I'm doing right now, but they are there if you happen to put a trailer on the back. Maybe you're off the pavement, you're going hiking somewhere, you're not on solid tarmac. You can use those paddles to help hold the gear if needed. But this is what it's like to be behind the wheel for the GMC Acadia. And while we are on a road like this, it actually handles really well. So if you are taking this on adventures, you're going through the mountains, you're on some back roads like this, you can feel pretty confident in knowing that it's not a big SUV, so being a little bit shorter, it's not going to have quite as much body roll. But again, it's not a vehicle meant for taking corners fast, but it's handling these very well. So super impressed with how solid it is to give you a nice ride. And then as far as the suspension goes, I haven't touched base on that. There's no height adjustments, there's no adaptable suspension, but it's been absorbing bumps very well, especially for the miles that I've put on this model. It's definitely going to give you that comfortable feel you're looking for, especially in the Denali here. And you have a great daily driver. But that is going to wrap it up for the 2027 GMC Acadia Denali Ultimate. If you enjoyed today's video, give it a huge thumbs up and consider smashing that subscribe button so you can stay up to date with our daily uploads. And I will see you all in the next video.